Hi Aquarius, welcome back to your general and love life reading for the month of May. I am the Divine Realessa. Okay, this again is going to be your general and love life. I'm going to start off with the general life. Okay. So heading into it, Aquarius, the first card we have here is the Ace of Cups. Okay. Now technically this is in the reverse, but in this particular deck, what I feel is either you may be entering a new relationship by going back to someone from your past. Okay, I feel like this is someone you already have your eyes on. Okay, and it's definitely of the emotional nature, even though this is regarding your daily life. It's definitely of an emotional nature, so it could just be that right now you're focused on your love life, which a lot of other signs are, so it's perfectly normal. But yeah, I feel like you're ready. You're trying to come in to a new relationship here, and it's with someone that you may already know or have had an experience with in the past. Okay, you could be also, now this could be you or vice versa, but you could also be, watching this person, could be watching, how they carry themselves, their social media. Okay, if you guys have friends in common, you could be asking about them. Okay, but there's someone that you're definitely intrigued by, someone whom you're hoping to give you this emotional fulfillment here. Just kind of like fulfill your wishes, make your dreams come true. Okay, this is the Nine of Cups energy. We have a man here who stands confidently, waiting for all of his manifestations and for his happily ever after, right? Okay, so I feel like you or the other person, someone could have definitely done their work, okay? And now you're just kind of in the stages of waiting. Okay, or this could be the other person. They could be waiting for you to come in. Okay, but take that how it resonates. And the next card we have is the Knight of Wands. Okay, and this is actually the Page of Wands. I don't know why I said Knight of Wands. But this is the Page of Wands. So often pages are messengers. Okay, however, this one is technically in the reverse. So two things: either you could have had a situation with this person from the past where it was very in and out. Okay, could have been very quick energy. Okay, it could have just been in the moment type of thing between the two of you. Necessarily not anything very stable. Okay, it wasn't anything that lasted for a long time. I just feel like it was kind of in the moment thing. Okay, a lot of in and out energy. Okay, now this could be you or the other person. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and this came out right next to the Nine of Cups. So that's already two nines here. Okay, and what I'm getting with this is that this person, okay, I feel here, you're here with the Nine of Cups, right? Ready to offer something emotional, ready to enter this relationship with this person. But what I feel like this person may be complete within themselves. Okay, so they could be very focused on themselves right now, building a foundation and a life for themselves. So with it being right underneath the Knight of Wands energy, I feel like you can no longer come towards this person as this energy. Okay, this was the energy from the past, and you can no longer come towards this person with this kind of energy, because this person has boundaries. They have love and respect for themselves. They have manifested a beautiful, healthy foundation within their lives. Okay, so this, you know, Page of Wands energy, it's not going to do it. Okay, you can't just come in with a small little passionate offer. Okay, this person's looking for the real deal. They're looking for, you know, the marriage and the family and the stability. Okay, they're looking for the security and the foundation, and they're also looking for the 3D, you know, physical aspect of it. Okay, like really being in a committed relationship in the 3D. So with this Page of Swords energy, this would also be a little indecisive energy almost, is what I'm picking up on. Like, you don't know if you should message this person, you know, expressing your passion for them. Okay? But just be careful with this Page of Swords energy. For whichever person that's pertaining to, be careful with that energy. Page of Wands are... the Page of Wands, they're very, I don't want to say childish, but they can be a tad immature, okay? Especially if you are sexually involved with this person. Be a little careful, be a little mindful with this person, okay? Make sure that you're protecting yourself, okay? Then the next card first of all, we have two aces. Okay, so that's 2 1s. That might resonate. We have 2 9s and 2 1s. Or I'm sorry, we have 3 1s. Because we also had that Ace of Cups here. Okay, so 1 1 1. That could resonate with some of you guys out there. And then we also have 2 9s. But what we have is the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords on this side. Okay, so this one is technically reversed. This one is on the upright. Okay, so... whenever I see this card, Christmas time could be significant for some of you. Okay, take it if it resonates with you. If not, just kind of leave it. But I feel like that could probably resonate with some of you. And then others of you could be seeing cardinals, whatever they're called, cardinals, the little red bird, okay? They usually mean blessings and, you know, like spirit being with you and stuff like that. So pay attention to that. If you're interested in that or you've been seeing that, make sure you look into that as well. But what I'm getting with this energy is almost like you want a passionate start with this person. However, there's a need to balance your passion and your heart with your mind. Okay, there's a need for balance within that. And I feel like you've been coming in with this passionate energy a little bit too much, to where the other person or vice versa could just feel like this is mainly directed towards sex. Okay, they could be just thinking that, you know, this person only wants me for sex, or... you know, when that's not necessarily the case. It could just be that you just have so much passion for them that you just always want to take them, right, in any way that you can. And to this other person, it could be reflected as a little negative because of the fact that there's lack of communication and truth here. Okay, maybe you're trying to show through sex more than you're actually expressing and saying to the person. And at the end of the day, that's what, you know, actions matter more than words. But you also don't want to be too much of the other, okay? You want to have a balance. You don't want to be all action and you don't want to be all talk. You want to have that balance. And the reason why I say there's this much needed communication is because then we have the King of Swords. Okay, this is a person who stands in his truth. You could be dealing with an air sign, a male air sign. Doesn't have to be male and doesn't have to be an air sign, but just someone who is very blunt, someone who speaks their truth, someone who may speak their truth a little too much without thinking about what they're saying, someone who could be very... I see the Queen of Swords as someone who's more quick with their tongue, but I feel like the King of Swords is more aggressive with their tongue. Okay? So I'm definitely feeling like there's just this need to step into your King of Swords energy a little bit more, or the other person should, in order to bring balance to all this passion. Okay, remember with the the Page of Swords here with the Nine of Pentacles, okay? You can't just come in with this Page of Swords energy. You have to really offer something to this person, because they're not going to take just, you know, whatever you give them. And they're definitely not going to be for the whole, you know, let's just have sex and see where it goes type of situation, okay? This person is very stable. They're very level-headed. Okay, let's go ahead and get some clarifiers for you, Aquarius. Okay, so we have the Princess of Autumn and the Three of Autumn. Okay, so this is the Princess of Autumn here. So this is earthy energy. We have 2 cards of Autumn. So you could also be dealing with an earth sign, or you or the other person could have earth somewhere in their chart. Okay, the Princess of Autumn talks about happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships, well thought out plans that go out perfectly, needing a little push to get going. So for a lot of you in the month of May, aside from this relationship, okay, you could be in a very stable place financially or within your career. This talks about new doorways and new opportunities opening for you. Okay, this talks about an offer coming to you, a new job, a career advancement. Okay, so that's something to look forward to in the month of May. And what I feel like, since we also have the Three of Autumn here, and then this person here being in the Nine of Pentacles, this could be the need for you to refrain from this connection just a little bit and kind of focus more on your money and your stability. I'm sorry, 1 second. Sorry guys, my sage was like burning like crazy, and my house is so smoky right now. It's so actually, let me put water on this, guys. Hold on. I'm sorry guys, that was so like terrible. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like there's almost this need to kind of follow the energy of this Nine of Pentacles, to where you kind of I don't want to say that you avoid the situation or just kind of put it on the back burner, because obviously if this is someone who matters to you, you don't want to lose them. But I feel like instead of focusing on all this passion that you have towards this person, okay, or, you know, figuring this whole situation out, this person is busy. They are busy. They're focused on their own. They're getting their coins. They're basking in their harvest. Okay, so this person is busy. So it might be a little bit healthy for you to focus on, you know, your stability and your finances and your career right now, so that way you both are in a state to where, you know, you both feel confident and self-reliant. Okay, that way you guys are sharing that same energy, and you guys can really benefit from one another when you do, and, you know, entering a new relationship together. But anyway, the Three of Autumn, this talks about follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do, being compensated for your creative talents. Okay, so a lot of you could be in a creative field. You don't have to be, but you could be artists, musicians, stuff like that. Okay, and this is you getting recognized for your talents and opening doorways for partnerships or collaborations with other people. Okay, and that kind of talks about, it's kind of like a subliminal message to what I was talking about. Okay, by you focusing on this passion of yours, you could be opening the doorway to really allow this relationship to blossom the way that you want it to do. But there's this need to just kind of focus on your career and your finances right now, because I feel like there's an opportunity that's ready to come to you within this field, that you could just be so blindsided by this relationship that you might miss out on it. Okay, and you don't want to do that. So, you know, kind of for the month of May, be very well balanced with this whole situation. Try to keep a level head about it. Okay, don't neglect your heart and your passions and stuff like that, but also don't pay too much attention to them, and focus on getting yourself together, your career together, your life together, and stuff like that. Okay, for a lot of you, especially if you are in the creative you know, if you do have like creative work where you're an artist or you're a musician or something like that, something of the arts. Okay, what I also feel with these cards is that by expressing yourself through your creative talents, you could receive, you know, information or answers regarding this relationship. Okay, it could be a way for you to express yourself a little bit better, or you know, meditate. It could be a form of meditation for you, whatever that is. Okay, but not throwing yourself into your work, but focusing a little bit more on your finances and stuff like that will definitely be beneficial for you. Okay, then we have Angel Merlina here coming in to assist you for the month of May. And her message to you is you are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. So that was what I was saying with the Three of Autumn here. Okay, the work that you do, it could help give you that missing information. It could help bring clarity to a situation that you don't have much clarity on, this relationship or whatever. Okay, there's not much clarity here. There was not much communication. Okay, no truths were really being expressed between the two of you. Okay. So this is telling you, you know, by following your passions, you know, focusing on things that you love to do and kind of basking in that energy, it could bring about that King of Swords energy, okay, that comes with your answers, with your truth and your clarity. Okay, so you're definitely being helped with that this month, Aquarius. Definitely being helped with that. Okay, the next card we have is deservingness. Okay, and this card talks about you are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that would allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. Okay, so this could be something that you guys are struggling with, especially when it comes to this relationship. You know, this person here is in that Nine of Pentacles energy, and that could be where the lack of balance is coming from, and that's why it's so important for you to focus on your finances and career, because you deserve so much more out of life than what you're receiving right now, and it's because you're sort of out of balance, Aquarius. You're sort of out of balance here. Okay, like I said, you could be caught up too much in the passion of it all, especially with this other person, that you're not really being level-headed about a couple of things. Okay, there's something you're not paying attention to, something you're not seeing. Okay, there's like this missing puzzle piece here, but you're deserving of everything that you want and everything that you're asking for. Okay, it's just going to take some time, and right now is this month, for the month of May, is definitely a prime time for you to focus on your work and be a little bit more dedicated to something other than this relationship. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and get into the love portion now, and hopefully we'll get some further clarification regarding this issue. Aquarius, month of May. Now the way I'm doing it now, guys, just to get a little bit more detail within these readings, I'm doing one side that's going to be your side, the other side will be counterparts, and the middle will be the overall energy between the two of you at this time. Okay, so for the overall energy, we have nothing but major arcana. So this month is definitely going to be a change within your love life. Okay, there's definitely going to be something happening of significance, which we'll get into. Okay, so Aquarius, at the very top, we have the King of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. So within this top row already, we have 2 8s, okay? Let me go ahead. So right here we have, this is the King of Wands, okay? And the King of Wands talks about someone who's very passionate, especially about another person. Okay, so there's someone whom you wish to embrace, someone whom you wish to be vulnerable and very extremely passionate with. Okay, someone you just really want to hold close. This is someone that you really care about. Okay, someone that you really care about. But I also feel like that there might not have been like much history between the two of you at the same time. Okay, because before we had that Ace of Cups in the reverse, and I just immediately got the energy like if it was you returning back to someone, but someone whom, you know, there wasn't really anything stable with. Okay, but take it how it resonates. But there's definitely someone here who you just have extreme passion for. Okay, then we have the Eight of Swords here right next to the Eight of Cups. Okay, so it could be that you need to move on from something. Okay, like you're keeping yourself stuck. Okay, we have with this Eight of Swords here, if you look very closely in the background right here, that's the devil creeping up in the back here. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like a third party situation. Okay, it could just be like an addiction of some sort, something toxic, okay, that you're holding on to. And what I feel like for you, especially with the general reading that we just did, I feel like it could be you focusing more on your passion versus your intellect. Okay, so it also could be an issue where you're giving too much into the situation, right? Because then we have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups talks about moving on, you know, leaving stuff from the past behind, moving on to follow your purpose and to follow, you know, your emotional fulfillment. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily, for me, I'm not getting much of the energy of you need to move on from this person specifically. I just feel like you need to move on to something that's definitely hindering you from progressing within this relationship. Okay, and again, these sides can be vice versa. Just kind of take it to how it resonates to make it, not to make it fit because you don't want to make it fit, but just, you know, use your common sense when trying to pick up on these messages. But there is definitely someone here that has something that's like stalling their progression a little bit. Okay, so at the bottom row we have the Knight of Pentacles as the first card to come up. Okay, so this talks about a small offering. Okay, taking that first step into really birthing this connection and this relationship into the physical. Okay, so you could definitely be wanting, it came right under the King of Wands, so you definitely could be wanting to just make some sort of offer, especially in the 3D, to get this person back to you. Okay, then after underneath the Eight of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so it's time for something new, okay? No longer keeping yourself stuck here in some sort of negative trait. Now, this could also be that the other person is keeping themselves stuck somehow. I haven't gotten into their side yet because I want to focus on your side first, but this could be that. Okay, but with it being underneath the Ace of Swords, okay, there's definitely a need to free yourself. That's what I'm hearing right now, is that there's almost this desperate need to just free yourself from where you're keeping yourself stuck. And then last but not least here, we have the Three of Wands. So this talks about a new journey. Okay, this talks about ships coming in for you in traditional deck. What I feel like within this deck, this is, it could actually be that this person ends up coming towards you. Because we have the Eight of Cups here, which talks about moving on. And this woman here, like he's like trying to pull her in. And she's like, no, I don't want nothing to do with this anymore. You're no longer good for me. So it could have been that you guys had some sort of breakup or some sort of ending to which this counterpart of yours was just not having it. Or it could have been you. Someone was just not having it. You know, again, it could be pertaining to the fact that they felt like it was more of a sexual matter, because I'm not getting any third party energy here. I just feel like there was some sort of toxic energy lingering around, whether it be an addiction, a codependency, okay, whatever that was for you. This person was just not having it. They were just like, I don't want to deal with that. Okay, and then we have the Three of Wands here, which shows it could be that they come back for you, that they come in for you, which is something you weren't expecting, which is why for the month of May, Spirit just wants you to focus on yourself and your work and your stability. Okay, but take that how it resonates. I'm going to go ahead and clarify what this Eight of Swords is for Aquarius. What is this? So we have the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So what I'm getting with this is that you need to stop trying to offer something to this person. Like, I don't want to be the person that says it that way, but I'm going to say it that way. Okay? I just feel like you've been offering too much to this person. Or at least you've been trying to. Like, you've just been thinking so much about this person and this connection, okay, that you're not focusing on yourself. We have the Nine of Cups come up again because it came up in your daily life as well. But it came up as, you know, you waiting for your wish to be fulfilled. This one right here is talking about someone who's already fulfilled within themselves. Okay, this talks about someone who finds that happiness and that love within themselves first. Okay, so this Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, the month of May, you need to kind of stop offering, you know, your emotions so intensely to this person, because it's just not time yet, is what I'm getting, is that it's just not time yet. But I do see that for some of you, if you don't end up going back to this person, I feel like they might end up coming back to you. Okay? But now going into your counterparts. Oh my God, I'm at 28 minutes already. But for your counterpart, we have the Six of Swords here in the reverse. Okay, so Six of Swords traditionally talks about traveling. It talks about moving to calmer waters. Okay, taking your mind off things. Okay, with it being in the reverse here, I feel like this person can't get over you, or like they're not getting over you, because then right next to it we have the Queen of Swords, and this woman here, she's like looking at this image of this man. Okay, she's like in love with him. Okay, she really admires him. So I feel like this person, you may feel like this person has given up on you, or this person just doesn't care, or they're just, you know, overly focused on themselves and they don't really care about you. But I feel like they do, but it's secretly. Right? Because then we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So it could be that they're acting like they're not happy with you, or they're acting like they don't want anything to do with you right now, but really that's not the case. Okay, they could be putting on like a false mask right now in order to feel better about the situation. Okay, but then underneath the Six of Swords in reverse, we have the Seven of Wands here. Okay, so they want to embrace you. They want to be close to you again. This is how they truly feel right here. Okay, so they do want to be close to you again. They do want to be intimate with you again. They do want to be in your energy again. They do want you. Okay, but the Seven of Wands also talks about, you know, just like that need to defend yourself, the need to also stand up for yourself in traditional tarot. Okay, so although they want this with you, they could just be feeling really guarded right now, like, you know, like they have to defend themselves right now, because it could have been that you were in the wrong and they feel like they need to defend themselves, and stay strong in their stance in order to kind of put on this persona of like them being done, but really all they want is to be with you again. Okay, then after that we have the 9 of Pentacles coming out again. Okay, so with it being right here next to the 7 of Wands, I feel like they just feel like you took advantage of them. Okay, because they came up as a 9 of Pentacles in your daily life energy. Okay, like as someone who had so many things for themselves, someone who's very confident. And I feel like you kind of took some of that away from them. With whatever happened in the situation, I feel like some of that was taken away from this person, or that's how they feel. And that's why they're just so conflicted. Okay, they want you, but they don't know if it's the right choice to go back to you. Okay, then the last but not least, we have the Temperance in reverse. So there's a lack of balance here. The connection here has not reached any sort of balance or any sort of like resolution. Okay, I feel like for the month of May, things might still very well be up in the air. Okay, so have some patience with this, Aquarius. Like I said, focus on your career, your finances at this time, because a lot of stuff within this relationship is still up in the air. Look at that. Then the 2 of Pentacles came out. Okay, so that's, again, juggling so many things and just having something up in the air and trying to find a way to balance it out, or to still go with the flow despite what's juggling in the air above you. Okay. So I feel like this person, this counterpart of yours, is definitely having a hard time. Like dealing with this. Like they're really stressed out about this. Aquarius, if this is resonating for the other person, I feel like they're really hurt. Not really hurt by you, but they're just so conflicted. Right? Because look at that. We have the 2 of Pentacles and then we have the 2 of Wands. That's 2 2s right there. So they could be seeing a lot of 2s. You could be seeing a lot of 2s. Okay. Wow. You know, and 2s usually talk about, you know, everything being okay. Okay. There's still growth happening. Spirit is still with you. All is well is what I think when I see 2s, is that all is well. And it does also mean, 2s also mean that someone could be thinking of you, especially if you're dealing with like a soulmate or a twin flame. Could be that they're thinking of you, okay? But with the 2 of Wands here, they just don't know what to do. They're conflicted. They don't know, should I go on this path and move on, or should I go on this path and try to make this work? Everything is up in the air and they're very conflicted. Okay, so it's definitely going to take some time, Aquarius. Then for the overall energy, we have the Sun, Strength, and then Judgment in reverse. Okay, so there is an opportunity for this relationship to reach that next level. There's an opportunity for this relationship to come back, okay, come back into what it was, and to come back as something abundant, something fruitful, something worth everything that you may have feel like you lost. Okay, it's just going to require a lot of strength. You're going to have to tame that bull a little bit, okay? Tame yourself. Don't jump into anything. No Knight energies, no Page energies. Just focus on yourself at this time, Aquarius, is very important. Okay, Judgment Day is not here yet. Okay, divine timing is not here yet. It's definitely going to take some work, Aquarius.